Hello there and welcome to Face Off. I am Neota Egbe. These men and women have served their country. They've served at different levels, both at the state level and at the federal level. And for one reason or the other, they had to leave their desired careers because maybe they had thought it was time to leave. Some spent 30, some spent 10, some spent 50, some spent 40, 20, 15, 18, 17, but all of them put in one number of year or the other just so that they can be recognized to have served at one capacity or the other. They served in the federal civil service. They served also in the state civil service. After leaving, there's something they're supposed to go home with, and they're supposed to get that every month. The situation, however, points to the fact that some of them have not seen their pensions. Yes, I finally put a word to it. They've not seen their pensions for many, many years. Some have seen, but they're asking for their arrears. The question is, what happened to these monies? Now, before now, the Pension Act ensured that these monies were collected and were given to them over a period of time. But because of the inconsistencies, the federal government came up with another law that made way for the Pensions Commission that ensured that there's contributory pension. You contribute a certain percentage, your employer contributes a certain percentage, all so that at the end of your career, at the time when you think you've done enough and you want to retire, there is something for you to collect every month. But the question is, all those that have already gone ahead, what happened to the monies they're supposed to collect? That's what we discussed today on Face Off. And I have two gentlemen here, one of them, each of them in their own fields. They will tell you who they are. One of them says he's the state coordinator of the Federal Pensioners Lagos State Chapter, Mr. David Adodo. Welcome to Face Off.
Welcome.
He's supposed to coordinate the payment of the pension arrears for his colleagues. And on the other side is Mr. Femi Phillips, a pensioner who believes that so many people have not been paid. You're welcome to Face Off.
Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, today we asked the question, where are the monies? Are the people being paid? Why is it taking so long after the verification has been done? Because verification is done intermittently. So now that you've been introduced, you have 20 seconds each to state your case, and then we'll go on break. I begin with you.
Thank you very much. I think this is a very good opportunity for Nigerians to know the fact and the truth, because I'm directly involved and I coordinate. But the fact remains that I think it all happened around 2010 when an exercise was carried out. And since then, we didn't hear anything. Nothing happened for about 2 years. Then we decided to take it upon ourselves to ensure that we are not being cheated and we show prompt payment. So we went to Abuja and we made our case known. We met the task force chairman and he promised that he will pay. And he promised to work with us, especially myself, who is coordinating. And I came back to Lagos, get some forms, took it to him, and he paid. That's just the truth.
Okay. Thank you very much. Your 20 seconds are up. Mr. Phillips?
Thank you very much for giving me another opportunity to be here at Channels Television for the second time in this year. In year 2010, biometric exercise was carried out when Mina was invited as the chairman of Pension Task Force. In 2011, we were all expecting our pension arrears to be paid, and it was not paid. So I led a group called Integrity Group to begin campaign against head of service, pension reform task team, and the federal government until a new Senate set up a public hearing that which is what we are today. Pensioners have not been paid their arrears. Over 80% have not been paid. Whoever say pension arrears have been paid is a pathological liar.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll take a break, and when we return, we will get down to, as they'll say, to the get down. You can be a part of our conversation. Send your mails to faceoff@channelstv.com, or you can send us your tweets at Faceoff Today or at Neota Egbe. We'll be back shortly. Don't go away. Welcome back. We're discussing pension arrears. Where are the monies? Why are the pensioners not being paid? Comments are already coming in. Tosima, Toy, Toy for Greatness, Michael Okonofua. They're all sending in their tweets. Thank you. As they're coming, we'll read them. But then we get down to the get down. You gave your opening statement. You said pensioners have been paid. So, but since you gave your opening statement first, you ask your question. You have to ask him questions, and he must respond to your question. So you ask your question now.
Okay. The question I want to ask, since you have alleged that pensioners are being paid, can you just substantiate those facts? Are they paid or owed? That is the issue on ground now. Because 2010, 2011, pensioners waited, and up to now, few people have been paid. So that is the question I want to ask.
It depends on the type of payments you are talking about. There is monthly pension and there is outstanding arrears. As for monthly pension, they are being paid. Though not all.
Okay, so you do agree with him?
Yes, not all.
You agree with him?
Yeah,
what percentage?
Yeah, the percentage is about 60-40.
He said 80%.
No, it's wrong. It's very wrong. That figure is not correct. But I have the data with me, I have the facts. Even he himself that is talking is being paid. Even December salary has gotten it. So he's being paid. The fact remains that there are, because of the task force team, there are a lot of lapses. I want to believe that when the man came into the office, he was battling a lot of challenges. Because if things had been done rightly, there would no need to introduce the task force. So which means something had gone wrong somewhere. So the man came with a lot of challenges. I want to believe that because he met a backlog of problems. He was tackling the issue of corruption, at the same time tackling the issue of ghost workers, at the same time trying to pay with the availability of funds made to him. So definitely he was having a lot of challenges. That's how I saw it, because I coordinate. I'm in the system. I saw it all. So he had a very big challenge. As of today, he had paid 38,000 arrears of pensioners with about close to about 5 billion. Because what happens is that when you are talking about harmonization arrears, one person can collect as much as 3 million, 2 million. And that is voluminous. So people did not understand. People are being misled.
So what you're saying is what he said about 80% of the people have not been
paid. It's very, very wrong.
It's
not 80%. That figure is, I don't know where he got the figure from, because 70% of federal pensioners are in Lagos.
When you say the lapses, you were talking about lapses, the lapses there, but you talked there, they did biometrics in 2010.
Yes.
So what other lapses are you talking about?
They did biometric in 2010.
To take care of the ghost worker.
To take care of the ghost worker and to pay their standing arrears. Unfortunately, we did not even hear anything. Nothing happened within that 2010 and 2012. So I took over 2012 February, met the chairman of the task force, tell him this is what is happening. We didn't hear anything. And the man.
So since you took over in February,
yes.
Do you agree with what he's saying?
I don't agree.
The letter is here.
I do not agree.
You don't agree. What don't you agree with the figure, or that the fact that from people have been paid since he took over in February of 2012?
This is the facts. I have the facts with me. I have the figures. This is the fact. This is a publication of people that have been paid by the task force. So it's an eyesore. You don't just mislead people with inadequate information. I am involved. I work directly with the Lagos pensioners, with federal pensioners in Lagos. I know this man has been paying. It's unfair to say this man is not paying. That's not the truth. You see, what happened is, let me tell Nigerians, there were a lot of, cabal. There are people siphoning our money. This man was able to block all the avenue. This is what is annoying them. I can understand people are being sponsored. You see, our money had been, in fact, embezzled. So there are a lot of loopholes the man blocked that is annoying them. That's why they want him removed. What we are saying is that this man has some job, undone. And it's a task force team. They are not friends of anybody. They are just there to put things in the right perspective. That's their job. That's their assignment. That's their responsibility. Why should you force them out of office when they've not completed their job? That is my concern. Let me tell you, my worriness is this: the head of service lack, internal control mechanism.
Well, wait, you're leaving the task force
yes,
team now.
But
You're leaving the pension team now to the head of service.
I'm coming to somewhere. The pension tax
But
team
I need him to respond to what you said so far.
Respond.
What he is trying to explain is not what Nigerian pensioners expect. You understand? In 2010, I will go back again, a biometric exercise was carried out. Mine came in. many pensioners were issued a check of 1 month. Since then till today, they have not collected their monthly pension. That has become
not the arrears. They've not collected.
That has become an arrears on one side. Then those who are owed in 2007, I am one of them. I was one of the victims of forceful retirement by Mr. Olusegun Obasanjo. Up to today, up to 2007 to 2010, I was not paid my arrears, only to discover that some cabals, some criminals, were found with money under their bed, even to the extent that there was this lawlessness at the head of the civil service of the federation, whereby they started scampering for money, just like what happened during the Second World War and slave trade. There were parallel directorate, 2 directors still sharing the money, and even junior officers were busy sharing the money.
So you agree with him that they were cabals?
It is a fact.
That
was before the task force was bought.
Don't you agree that why you don't agree with the fact that they've been paying?
The payment is done gradually. You understand? We expected this payment should be at a go, but it's being done gradually. Maybe just probably because some people want to make money out of it on monthly basis. Even I know some of them who were not who were using it to make money. They will ask you to go and pay into a certain account. They commercialize it. If you don't have money, you won't collect this your arrears. That is what is going on. So many pensioners are waiting when they are going to collect their arrears, but somewhere along the line you have to pay. Even he himself, when he suggested this idea, he suggested I founded Integrity Group. He was not there when we started.
Hold on. You say you have to pay to get your arrears.
Exactly. That is what is going on underground. I'm telling you. I
disagree with you.
It is going on underground.
Have to pay.
Not with the pension tax force reform. No, I totally disagree with you on that. Tax force pension reform do not ask a dime from anybody.
Did you pay?
Did you pay?
You know people who paid.
I know those
to get their arrears.
Yes, I know people who paid to get their arrears.
How much did they pay?
Some pay 30,000 naira, some pay 40,000 naira. I'm telling you, you have to pay before you can get it.
You see, that is a fallacy. I disagree with you.
It is no longer fallacy.
That practice has been on before the pension tax force.
It is not fallacy.
It is not this present tax force that will ask you to bring 20 naira on the 10 naira, 20,000, 10,000. They don't do it. It is that practice has been on. And that is why we are saying, this is why I said the head of service lack internal control mechanism process.
The issue
Listen to me.
The head of service.
Let me explain. Ask him the question. He said he has not been paid. Did he submit his form? We worked together. I asked him on several occasions, I said, bring your form, let us submit. He refused. Now you are now accusing a man that did not pay you. And so happens to a lot of them. Some people did not come forward because they did not believe in what we are doing. And a lot of people get paid, they give testimony every Wednesday when they hold
So you did not submit your form?
He did not submit his form.
Why? I started the group. Why I did not
You did not start the group.
You did not submit your form.
Because of his perfidious character.
You did not.
Because of his perfidious character. That is why I don't want to.
I formed the group, not you.
I founded it.
You did not found anything.
It's a lie. I founded it. Where were you when we wrote this petition?
This is your personal group.
Where were you?
This is not pensioners group.
Where were you?
Femi Ajayi formed pensioners group.
It is a lie.
With Alhaji Arasi.
This is a letter.
Listen to me. You did not. You formed your.
I founded.
Listen to me.
No,
this man did not understand that there's difference between trade unionism and activism.
It's a lie.
Listen to
founded
me. Today you call yourself a lawyer. Tomorrow you said you are a journalist.
I am
Next
not a
tomorrow
lawyer.
You say you are an activist. We called you. We suspended you. This is your letter of suspension because you are using that group to make money.
Wait. He has just said that some people were paying 30,000 naira to get their arrears.
Yes,
now you say he's using
and
the
I want
group
to pay.
I
want to put it straight that
he was our secretary.
He is the one collecting money from pensioners.
This is Femi Phillips.
You have to pay.
I am the chairman.
You have to pay.
He is the secretary. He was suspended.
You have to pay.
This is his suspension letter. Let me show Nigerians because he was extorting money from pensioners.
Can you imagine?
You signed this letter. This letter was given to you on the 13th of April 2012, Mr. Femi Phillips. your suspension letter.
Can you
This was your friend. You acknowledge it.
Can you imagine?
You can cross-check, sir. You
excuse
acknowledge this letter because of your dubious character.
It is
You are
a lie.
using this group to make money.
It is a lie.
And we suspended you.
It's a lie. What I'm
So
saying,
what are you talking
the
about?
fact still
Okay.
remains.
You borrow money from the group. This is the money you borrowed. This your signature.
the fact still
36,000. You did not return it.
All right,
I
gentlemen.
did not collect. No, I was given 36,000 naira to go to Abuja.
Did you
This
go to
man-
Abuja?
All
This
right,
man
gentlemen.
collected 10,000 naira, 500 naira
Okay,
from me.
hold on.
He wanted me
Gentlemen,
to bring 20,500. It's
Mr.
full
Phillips.
of gluttony.
Mr. Phillips.
He has clandestine
Just
money.
Mr.
It's a
Phillips.
perfidious
Mr.
character.
Come here
Phillips.
and just-
Mr. Dodo.
It's a perfidious character.
Mr. Phillips.
Yes.
You
Please.
think you can just rubbish
Hello,
people's claim?
gentlemen. Please. Thank you.
I have been
Is it
fighting.
true?
Yes.
Is it true that people pay 30,000
It
naira?
is not true.
It
with
is
the
true.
pension
You
tax
are the
force.
very
All right.
one. I don't
Okay.
know. You are the one
Okay.
collecting money.
All right.
They pay into your account.
Any
at
evidence?
Diamond Bank.
Any
Ojoju.
evidence?
Diamond Bank. I have it
Any
here.
of that bank
Yes.
belongs to the group.
Look at.
That bank belongs to
It's a
NUP.
lie.
Lagos
They
State
said that
Bank.
is your personal
Go and sit down.
account.
It's not my
Okay.
personal
It's a
account.
bank.
Why
All right,
you telling lies?
gentlemen.
Why were you
You are fond of telling people
Why
lies.
were you dismissed
Why
from
you
federal
telling
government
that?
press?
When you say, I
Why
was,
were you
All right.
dismissed from federal government
Hello,
press?
gentlemen.
you stole.
You stole.
You stole our money.
Okay,
You
can
were
we go on a
deceased.
quick
Bring
break?
any proof.
And when we come
Bring
back,
any
we'll
proof.
continue
Bring
with
any
Face
proof.
Off.
In